"O God, spare me a few minutes before this angel takes my soul so I can write the tragic story of pain," requested the writer to God. "Granted," God's voice thundered somewhere from the sky. The angel of death, who was about to capture the writer's soul, stepped aside quietly after the prayer was answered. The writer got up from his bed with an expression of nightingale lament, referring to the garden of the nightingale, where he used to sing beautiful songs, which was about to turn to ashes on his face. He produced a pen from the front pocket of his shirt and started writing the story of his pain, observing the three-dimensional image of his past life as he experienced vivid memories. The angel, carrying a scythe in his hand with "on your mark attentiveness," dropped his pose for once when he saw the strangled expressions on the writer's face, whose fate was sealed. But soon he corrected his mistake and started looking at him coolly. Life and death must have no sympathy for each other, he thought. The writer wrote a note in the few minutes he was granted. Suddenly, the angel vanished from the scene, and the writer fell down from his chair, with stains of ink on his shirt and table, and a note that said, "One must know about pain before bearing it. One must assume it is the ultimate reality to make a life of it, for pain is the paint that we have been using on the canvas of our lives all the time we were breathing upon the earth, consciously or unconsciously. I often had visions of ravens and vultures hovering over my house. Sometimes the depressing hourglass lent my ears to listen to the sound of the falling grains of sand. I have seen the flowers decaying that had been given to me by loved ones, and sometimes I had visions of flags at half-mast. All these visions and signs were conveying to me the message that life has an end, and one must not be a blockhead to believe the illusions of a colorful life. It's pain that paints the picture of life beautifully when the colors fade away. While playing the violin, I always thought that music was a beautiful thing for life, but it actually bled melancholy with every string stirred. My violin is laughing at me right now. The colorful paintings of famous artists that I've been collecting my whole life are getting darker and are looking at me ragefully, as if they want to tear my flesh and bones apart. The white roses in my garden are turning black joyfully as they come back to their true color, upon my sealing fate. Dark shades are revealing themselves triumphantly on every colorful thing I can think of to mock my illusions. Man is just a dark matter with a white spirit, and even the spirit does not belong to man. My spirit is dancing with the sense that it is about to break through the dungeons of the body, where it has been captivated for a long time. Then neurons gave an intel report of the spirit being free soon, to my heart, which is now beating at a slower pace than usual. The mind, which I thought to be the world of knowledge, is in recession, and the businesses of thoughts are fading away. There is a bloody war started in my body that people from the seventh sky can even hear. My pupils are dilating, and they're scary enough to frighten off the ravens. The last thing that I'm seeing is the last grain of sand traveling down to the lower portion of the hourglass.